Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm still out here in Denmark today. I think this is day 8, or maybe, I don't know. I've been traveling for a while, almost 2 weeks now, and learning a lot. And anyway, I hope you guys can hear me okay. And as you come in, please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. And also, just know that I'm a finance guy, a finance professor, and if you want to know what stocks I'm picking for myself and my family, just text the word stock to 31996, and I'll send you some stocks because I want you to make money because there is money being made right now. I don't want you to miss it. Anyway, um, I wanted to kind of do an analysis of this lawsuit against Lizzo. As you guys know, Lizzo is in the middle of a crazy smearing situation, and I've addressed it a little bit before, but I think a lot. And so more thoughts kind of come to my mind that I want to share with you to help you understand and assess what I think is happening and what's really fascinating about this lawsuit. Um, so here's the deal. First of all, can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me. It is pretty windy out here, and I want to make sure my voice is transmitting. And hi, Yashika and Max Law and Abdul Kabir. Good to see you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. Let me know. Give me a yes that you can hear me okay, so I can make sure I'm coming through all right. All right. So with this lawsuit, it's really kind of crazy. So if, in case you don't know, just to give you, did you watch the video of the brawl that happened in Montgomery on August 5th? No, I did not. I will look that up. Thank you, Yoshika. Yoshika's always on it. I'll tell you what, badass black women, y'all hold us down, and I appreciate y'all so much. And I don't care what nobody says, I'm always honor the black woman. And I'm talking about the women that are really doing right by the community. Even the ones that are lost. I love them, but they're a little bit lost. And the ones who understand that, I honor you so much. Anyway, so here are a couple thoughts I had about the Lizzo thing. So in case you don't know, Lizzo's being sued right now for sexual harassment over some things that happened while she was working. Apparently, on stage in Amsterdam, they got a little bit wild, and there was something about a woman being asked to eat a banana that was in another woman's coochie spot, which is nasty as hell because there's diseases out here. You can't be eating everybody's bananas. I don't know if y'all know, but they said doing oral is the number one cause of throat cancer. There's a rise in throat cancer, But anyway, that's I don't want to gross you out, but that's just out there. But anyway, so there was another conversation about a woman shooting a sex toy out of her coochie, and the dancer was saying we were asked to touch this sex toy. We were asked to eat this banana, and there were some other things that they said that were kind of inflammatory about Lizzo being abusive and stuff like that, fat shaming, and even fat shaming, which was hilarious, absolutely hilarious, almost to the point where, honestly, I'd find it very hard to believe that Lizzo, who was the champion of not fat shaming, to actually fat shame anybody. I just don't get it. And I don't know what's true and what's not true. But I also say, though, that I think we really have to be careful about promoting obesity as if that is a good thing. If you're obese, your body's getting sicker by the second. Most of the illnesses that kill black people are related to obesity. So, I'm not saying that you're a bad person if you're in that state. I've been there. We've all been there. We're all Americans. America's one of the fattest countries on the planet. But, you can't just act like it's okay. It's not okay. I got relatives dying right now from obesity-related illnesses. But anyway, so here's what my latest thought was on the Lizzo thing. It's really fascinating to watch people who are kind of ground zero of the Me Too movement do a Me Too on each other. It's almost like watching, a bunch of gangsters get into a fight, and they used to be in the same gang, and now the gangsters are gang banging on each other. And I noticed that because Lizzo's been identified as the man, so to speak, she's the powerful one in the group. They're kind of going after her the same way they've gone after other people. And I saw this singer. Her name was Grime, I think. I don't know anything about this lady, but Grime was defending Lizzo and saying Lizzo was nice to me, and I'm loyal to her and she's my friend, and I'm not going to let go of my friendship just because she's been accused. And of course, people started railing on her. In a way, it reminds me of like kind of what happened with Jay Morrison and me. Like I just said, Jay's my friend. He's never been mean to me. But then what happens is the reason people detach or cowards do this. I don't do that shit. I'm not gonna let what other people think about my friends shape how I view how you treated me. I don't do that bandwagon nonsense. That's silly to me. I think those are the times where you show what you're really made of. To be honest with you, because I'm gonna tell you, if you ever want to know who your friends are, go through some shit. Okay, you hear me? If you ever want to know who your real friends are, go through some shit where you're being attacked, your name's in the mud or whatever, or you're down and out on your luck, and see who calls you. And I guarantee you, about 70 to 80% of your friends are going to disappear because they don't have the fortitude to stand by you during a tough time. I'm not that guy. I'm just not. I told you, I said, Jay's my friend. That's it. That's not going to change. If you think that means something other than the fact that he's my friend, then that's your problem. It's not going to be mine. Now, with Lizzo, she's got this friend, Grime, who's basically saying things that many men have been saying since the Me Too movement began. She's saying things like, an accusation is not the same as proof. Ta-da! Why in the hell is that such a radical statement? Why is it suddenly worthy of attack when a person says, yeah, we know what they said they did, but where's the proof? They don't want proof. And she actually used a word that's very dangerous to use in the Me Too movement, and the word is logical. She said, it's not logical, or something to the effect of, it's not logical to assume that she's guilty just because she had a dispute. She she just she's just been accused, right? And so I what I really find fascinating is watching the Me Too movement kind of deform itself. It's almost like one time I was talking to a friend of mine who she happens to be gay. She's a woman. She happens to be gay. No disrespect, no offense if you are in this category. This is not an anti-nothing statement. And I remember talking to her, and I said, it seems like in your relationships, you get into situations where you still have the masculine and the feminine, even though there's nobody in the relationship with a penis. There's no men in the relationships. And she said, yeah, sometimes people do that. And then eventually you get past all that. But she said, a lot of people do that. There's the stronger one. I think they call them, what do they call the women that are real, not butches. I forgot the studs. Yeah, you got the stud and then you got the femme, right? And I feel like in the Me Too movement, that's what you're getting. In this situation, Lizzo's become the stud. Lizzo represents, in my view, the masculinity that they've always hated. She represents the patriarchy. She represents the male-dominated power structure that they've been rallying against. The problem is that when there's no man around to be mad at, just like you were mad at your daddy, you just look at the most powerful person in the room, which happens to be a woman, right? So Lizzo, ironically, by being a victim, right? Because a lot of her music is built on victimhood. Men are terrible, and that's why I'm reclaiming my power. She reclaims so much power that she becomes the powerful one in the conversation, in the whole narrative, right? So, and the same thing happens even with Oprah, for example. Oprah, for many years, kind of represented victims. She represented the weak, right? But eventually, if you represented enough weak people, you're not weak yourself anymore. You become powerful. And there's kind of a problem you run into when you are seen as the powerful one, that when somebody feels victimized, and you live in a world, remember this too, you live in a world where people don't take accountability. Give me a yes if you follow what I'm saying. Give me a yes if you agree with this. You live in a world where nobody takes accountability for what they do. People don't want to take accountability for what happened to them. People don't want to take accountability for their bad choices. So if you are a powerful person in a world where accountability is out the window, well, then you become the target. You become the one where they say, it's not my fault because that person over there did it. That person over there did it. Now, I'm not trying to say this doesn't mean Lizzo didn't commit some significant workplace violations. Um, I think that's another challenging issue she'll have to face when she takes accountability, because she's got nobody to blame. If you're at a Lizzo show and people are launching dildos out of their vaginas because you instructed them to do so, it is up to you to have the discernment to realize that this can't happen in a workplace that must be in alignment with federal law. You can't I know you want to be wild. I know you want to live in a culture where anybody can do whatever they want. People can just live that 304 lifestyle and just act a damn fool. Black people, unfortunately, a lot of the women have been tricked into, it's really windy. Can y'all still hear me? Y'all still hear me okay? I'm not in Indiana. I'm actually in Denmark. I'm in Denmark right now. So I can't, it's so windy. I can't hear myself, but I hope y'all can hear me, because I'm going to just keep on talking. People walking by me looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't care. I don't care what people think. I'm talking to y'all. Let me know if you can still hear me all right. Let me know if I should keep going. And so Lizzo lives in this world where all the stuff that people were asking her to stop doing, all the stuff that people were warning her about, all the stuff that people were saying, why are you doing this? This is outrageous. This is over the top. This is unnecessary. All that stuff, people said, you're embarrassing Black women. Why are you doing this? That's the shit that put her in the situation she's in right now. That's what put her, because you'll never go to, Adele used to be a heavy-set woman. You'll never hear one of Adele's singers say that I was forced or I was asked to eat a banana out of somebody's coochie because she was that desperate to get attention. Adele gets attention by singing. That other lady, Taylor Swift, made $1 billion by singing. And this racist music industry, and I'm not going to put all this on Lizzo, though. I don't want to put it all on Lizzo. I know that I have the reputation of being the mean Black man who said that I didn't like Lizzo promoting obesity, and I know that's what the white media said. But I promise you, I have nothing against that poor lady. I empathize with the pressure she must be under. I think she needs some therapy. I hope she's getting that. But I'll say this, I kind of, wish we would recognize the fact that all money ain't good money, and that these record labels love to pay Black people to make a damn fool out of ourselves. If you look at Lizzo, the list is growing, by the way, of Black women who are in the national media who are just embarrassing themselves. Lizzo, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, always got to be twerking. Janelle Monáe pulling out titties at the Essence Fest. Didn't nobody ask you for your little titties? Why are your titties here? I didn't request titties at this gathering. Why are you surprising me with titties? If this was called the Titty Show or we were in the strip club, it would make sense. But why is Janelle Monáe suddenly pulling out a titty? Oh, well, because he's under pressure from the record labels to get attention by any means necessary. And because nobody ever told you how to set appropriate boundaries, you've put yourself in this situation where you end up looking absolutely ridiculous, where everything that you could have had that was classy and dignified, something that little girls could look up to, has now been degraded and turned into absolute garbage. Even there's a singer, Summer Walker. Me and our kids listen to Summer Walker. Does anybody know who Summer Walker is? Summer Walker is a beautiful singer. Beautiful singer. I was like, she could be the next Anita Baker or something. She sings so well. And I saw a picture of this poor girl on stage, and you wouldn't have known the difference between her and a stripper. She had some fishnet stockings on. Her hips were oddly shaped, like she had a BBL or something. And I thought the girl was 17 or 18 years old. I'm like, why is her body shaped like that? And leaving nothing to the imagination in terms of what she was wearing. Y'all got to speak up when your women are being degraded in this way. I really do. I think as Black people, I never thought Summer Walker would make the list, both. I promise you I didn't. Who's some other ones? You got this lady, Sexy Red. Again, and let's not even talk about Suki Hana. Lord Jesus, Suki Hana is like, if you ever want to see like a sexy piece of dog crap, that's what Suki Hana is. Just about as disgusting as a human being could be. And she goes out of her way claiming that. And she claims it because, like, she'll say this. This is not me being mean. She says, I'm a nasty bitch. She'll say things like that. Um, and I really kind of want to figure out, I want to ask you, where are the white girls that are getting national press on a regular basis behaving the same way? Has Taylor Swift ever gone public and said, I like for people to pee on me? Have you ever heard any of the famous white singers doing things like that? You know, and really this, again, this is the Negro protocol. This is why really I think as black people, I don't want my kids going to Hollywood. I don't want my kids going into the entertainment business. I got a daughter that, one of our girls, I'm her bonus dad. She's got a biological dad who's a great guy, and we both work to protect her. And I let her know, I said, look, you're always going to have enough money. Both me and your other daddy know how to make money. We know, and your mama, we all got plenty of resources. So you never have to go get on nobody's casting couch. You ain't never got to go put on a thong. You ain't never got to go and do some of this ridiculous stuff that's being done unfortunately, by young women who I believe never received appropriate love and protection from their father. So all the while, remember this. This is not blaming black women for this. Black women hold some accountability. You do, because you're powerful and you make your own choices. This is also blaming the record labels that use their financial power to manipulate and to exploit and to harm the image of black women. It's also due to black men and our call to be responsible for our daughters and make sure that they're protected financially or otherwise. You know, because you can't tell me no different. Give me a yes if you agree with this statement. Give me a yes if you agree. You will rarely find a young black girl who gets adequate love from her father who would be out here acting like Young Miami, calling herself a whore and bragging like I'm a whore with a capital W. Why you gotta be so you're a super hoe? Like you just like I'm the biggest whore to ever live. Ugh. Like seriously, it's like she was like she was going out her way to be like I am a big whore. And then the guy messed with her. He said, "So what about your daughter? You want your daughter to do the same thing?" And that's when you see her looking up. And they say that when you look up in the corner, when people do that when they're thinking, it's because they're accessing another part of their cerebral cortex. They're processing information. So you saw her processing, and she was like, no, she ain't gonna be no city girl. She ain't gonna be no city girl. And this is where the lack of logic comes into play. If you are behaving in a certain way, and you are her number one role model, what makes you think she's not gonna say, I wanna be just like mommy? Unless mommy goes out of her way to say, you know, this is how mommy used to be. It's okay to be a like ex-ho. It's okay to be like, I used to be whatever. Like there's a lot of guys out here that used to be thugs. They used to be criminals. They used to be in jail. But I know a lot of guys, like I was raised around a lot of men who used to be on dope, who used to be in jail, used to do dirt. But never once did any of these men that I look up to tell me, hey man, this is how you cook up dope in the kitchen and don't get caught by the cops. Yo, this is how you survive when you go to jail. They never talked about being on drugs or being in prison like that's something that you want to do. I never saw them enjoying themselves when they were getting locked up. So what I'm saying to you is that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to slip up. There's always space for redemption. There's always space for forgiveness. I believe deeply in forgiveness. I believe deeply in redemption. I believe deeply that people can change. But change also is a personal choice. You must take accountability in your desire to change in order for the change to occur. You can't keep living the same way and then saying, well, somebody else made me do it, and that's why I'm not going to stop because I actually enjoy it. And then really think that your children are going to do something different. Life don't work that way, black people. It just doesn't. So anyway, I thank you for listening to me in all this wind. I'm about to hang up. Do me a favor, could y'all please hit the thumbs up button? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Also, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live. My website is boycewatkins.com. We're releasing our new movie. We made a movie called B1 the Movie. Since entertainment is so terrible, we are building a black-owned movie industry. And so our next project is called B1 the Movie, directed by Rick Mathis. It stars Dr. Claude Anderson, Professor James Small, Riza Islam, Queen Afua, Vicky Dillard. Even me, my wife adds some of her therapy expertise to the book in terms of how we can overcome trauma and become better people. Once you watch this movie, I guarantee you're going to be a better person. Rapper Akila Nihonda is in the film. If you don't know Akila Nihonda, now you know. You need to go look her up because she's bringing hip hop back. She's bringing respect to black women back. She's bringing dignity back. And she can still flow like a motherfucker. Excuse my French, but she's damn good as a rapper too. And she shows, she's right out of Houston, and she shows that you could be as talented as Megan Thee Stallion without having to show your ass. So shout out to the black women who are making it and doing great things, who are also preserving the value of black family and the value of the black woman's body, and not making everybody think that, you know, this is supposed to be Sarah Bartman all over again. This is not who you are. I think you're better than that. And the same thing is true with black men. That's why I say my platform is for intelligent black people. It doesn't mean you have to be intelligent. It doesn't mean you already have to be educated and all this other stuff. It just means you have to want to be. It means you have to have the desire. It means you have to want to grow. Right? So Dr. Claude Anderson uses the term need to grow, need to grows. We all need to grow. We're all Negroes to some extent, and we all need to grow. So if you're ready to grow, everybody type the word grow in the chat so I can know I did something good today. The word for today is grow. Let's all grow. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care where you're at in your life. Just tell me that today you're going to do something that's going to help you grow, because that'll help me feel better about talking to y'all, walking through the middle of Denmark in these windy conditions, and hoping that somebody was benefiting from the conversation we had today. All right, so God bless you. Thank you, Yoshika and Elian and Linda and Sheila. I see you in there. And so if you want to learn about the movie, we're doing the premiere in Atlanta at the New Black Wall Street on the weekend of the 17th. It's a multi-day event. I'm going to do a training or workshop on I think that Saturday. Okay, so that's when I'll be there. But Rizza Islam will be there. Les Brown, a lot of really good people are coming. So you can go to be1themovie.com to learn more about the film. And also, if you can't make it to the film, it's okay. We also have the All Black National Convention happening in Atlanta, October 20th. So the discounted hotel rooms are running out. So if you'd like to get a discounted hotel room and lock your spot in, go to allblacknationalconvention.com. We're really excited. We have a lot of great people there, a lot of thinkers. It's a great big family reunion. And we're also going to really make some great plans for the future and also connect in a meaningful way and really have a lot of fun. In case you don't know, the convention is fun. And let me just tell you a secret. We actually got an entertainment company to come in and really spice it up and really make it fun, because I know that I'm very serious a lot, and I don't want us to be so serious that we don't realize that we can't take over the game and have fun doing it, okay? So I want you to enjoy your life, but I want your kids to really enjoy their lives, because you're planting the seeds and preparing for the future that's going to make them great. So work hard, play hard. That's what we do. That's what makes us special. So God bless you guys. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. And if you want to get the profit alerts, I'll send out some stocks this week that you can feel free to take a look at if you're interested. These are stocks that I'm going to buy. So just text the word stock to 31996. I'll put that on the screen. Just text stock to 31996. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Peace.